Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom to the Torah Chaz Yasha Allah, giving the course, all honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Mahashiach, Yahweh Shah. That's all praises, honor, glorification unto the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Mahashiach, Yahweh Shah. All right, who the world refers to as Jesus Christ, whose real name is Yahweh Shah. All right, so Khan, shalom, shalom. All right, and he's the Savior in the nation of Israel, Khan. This is Brother Yasha Ali. All right, coming back to y'all with yet another video through the spirit power Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And this is going to be about what? Begging for the sure mercies of David. All right, especially in these times, these last days that we're living in. Because all hell is about to break loose. You know what I'm saying? We always say that, right? We always say that, you know, all hell is about to break loose because it is. You know, you got the conflicts over there in Israel, between Palestine and Israel right now. You know, it's just a lot of signs at the end of the times. All right, so we better beg right now when we have the chance. We better beg the Most High for mercy, right? For grace, for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the book. Let's go to the book of Isaiah first, right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, and verse number 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I'll make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. So the Lord said that, look, right, if you incline your ear unto me, if you listen to me, if you hearken unto my words, right, you know, like how it says in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1, you know, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, right, and keep all his commandments, you know what I'm saying, then what? The Lord is going to bless you, and he's going to give you the sure mercies of David. Because guess what? David, he went off. Right, when you read the account in the book of I believe 2 Samuel, right? Hey, David, he went off, right? He went off and he got with a woman who was already married. You know, Uriah the Hittite's wife. You know what I'm saying? And that's an act of adultery, right? But guess what? Salaki, let's go to the book of Psalms, right? David, he had a broken and contrite heart, and the Most High still forgave him for that sin, right? Let's go to the book of Psalm chapter 32 and verse number 5. This is David talking, right? I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sins. Allah. So David said, I'm gonna confess my sins unto the Most High, and he forgave him, right? And yes, the Most High did have mercy on David. So we want to have those same types of mercies when it comes with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We want the Most High to have mercy on us, just like he had mercy on our forefather David. You know what I'm saying? That's the sure mercies of David, right? Because, you know, let's go to the law. He committed adultery, right? You can read that account on your own. I'm not going to read the whole account. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to the law, right? It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 10. It says, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall be surely be put to death. So he was supposed to be put to death for that, you know, King David, because he committed adultery, a sin worthy unto death. But guess what? The Most High had mercy on that man, right? Now he did take away his I believe his firstborn son, you know, and that caused David to you know, be vexed in spirit and basically be depressed. You know, he didn't eat. He was laying down on the floor. You know what I'm saying? His servants were worried about him because he hadn't ate. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people when they go through grief and depression, they stop eating. You know, that's a common thing. Or they start overindulging in eating. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. It just depends on, you know, your personality. But David, he stopped eating and stuff, right, for a long period of time, right? But you know, the Lord, he did take away certain things from David. He did punish him, but he didn't kill him. He didn't give him that utmost punishment of putting him to death. You know what I'm saying? And that's the punishment he was supposed to get. But guess what? The Lord had mercy on him, right? And the Lord, he can do that, right? The Lord, he can do that. Let's go to the book of Romans, right? He can give you more mercy than he gives the next brother or sister, right? It's just up to him. Right, let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. Because we can't be like, well, How come the Most High had more mercy on David, but not on this man that got put to death for adultery? Right? What can we say then? Are we supposed to say that now God is unrighteous for that? For his decision to have more mercy on the next man, right, than the other? No, God forbid. God forbid is like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Verse 15. For he said to Moses, I'll have mercy on whom I'll have mercy, and I'll have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So the Most High, he does what he wants to do. He will have more mercy on a certain person than on another person, on the next person, So we want to beg and plead and basically just beg the Most High for him to give us all that mercy. You know what I'm saying? We have to be begging him, because this mercy is how we're going to get out of here. Let's go to the book of Ephesians. All right. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 2 and verse number 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is the gift of the Most High. So we're going to be saved by grace, not necessarily about how righteous we are, you know what I'm saying? Because we're in captivity, right? We can't keep every single law perfectly, So it's by the Most High's grace. It's only by the Most High's grace are we going to get out of here. Yeah, we have to keep the commandments. Yeah, we have to keep the faith. But at the end of the day, it's all according to the Most High's grace and mercy. If he wants to have mercy on you, right? Verse 9. For not of works, lest any man should boast, right? Lest any man, when we get to the kingdom, people, they're boasting about their works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was putting it down, right? Yeah, the Passover. You see me at the Passover, right? We're not supposed to be boasting of our works, boasting about keeping the law perfectly. Because guess what? It's all according to the Most High's grace and mercy, right? Are we even going to be saved? Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 7, right? This is the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 7, right? But this is what Yahweh Shah said, though. Because we want to have mercy, but how do we obtain that, right? Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. So Yahweh Shah said, look, seek, and ye shall find, right? If you want mercy, the Lord is going to, the Most High, Lord willing, he's going to dispense it onto you. You know what I'm saying? But we have to ask it through prayer, right? We have to ask it through prayer. Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 9 to verse 29, right? It's the book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 29. And this is also going into how to cast out demons, right, when you read the account. But let me read it, right? Mark, chapter 9, verse 29. And he said unto them, this kind can come forth by nothing but by prayer and fasting. That's how we get that grace too. We got to pray and we got to fast. That's what David did. You know what I'm saying? When we go to the book of Psalms, right? David, when he committed adultery, he was in a broken and contrite heart. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't happy about that, right? He wasn't throwing a party because he committed adultery, right? Because just like how it says in the book of Sirach, fools make a mock at sin. Or that might be Proverbs. Salaki, I believe that might be Proverbs 15, right? Because these people in the world, when they commit sin, they don't get sad at all, right? Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, and verse 9. God, all praises. It says Proverbs 14 and 9. Fools make a mock at sin, and among the righteous there is favor. So fools, they make a mock at sin. See, if David was a fool, when he committed adultery, he would have been just happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of boasting about it. You know how like, hey, Jake's in the world, right? In the damn movies or music, they boast about laying down with a brother's wife, or stealing a girl, right? Stealing somebody's girl, The Lord said fools make a mock at sin. That's a sin, but fools, they'll make a mock at that, But David was a wise man, and he was praying and he was fasting, He was praying and he was fasting, right? Slaki, let me get this in the book of Psalms 30. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 38 and verse 18. For I'll declare mine iniquity, I'll be sorry for my sin. So David said, look, I'm going to declare my iniquity, but not only declare it, right? Not only acknowledge my sin, but I'm also going to be sorry for my sin, right? And we have to be sorry for our sins too, you know? We have to be sorry for our sins because the Lord, is the Lord going to give mercy onto a man that's not really sorry for what he's done? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense, right? So, like, let me find this precept, because, right? The Lord he's going to give mercy unto that man, right? He's going to give mercy unto the man that is actually repenting and is sorry for his sins, right? Let's go to the book of Psalm chapter 86, right? Now, we see the Lord's mercy every day. You know, when we wake up, that's mercy from the Lord. You know, me doing this video, that's mercy from the Lord, you know? So we receive mercy every day, right? Every day that we're alive, especially in this truth, man, right? This is the book of Psalm chapter 86 and verse 5. For thou, Lord, art good and ready to forgive, and plenteousness and mercy unto all them that call upon thee. Give ear, O Lord, unto my prayer, and attend to the voice of my supplications, right? So the Lord, hey, he's good and he's ready to forgive, right? He's ready to forgive. Because guess what? The Lord, he delights in mercy, right? Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. You know, the Lord, he delights in a righteous man. You know, the Lord delights in judgment. But the Lord, he also delights in loving kindness, you know, and forgiveness. Right? This is the book of Jeremiah, right? Chapter 9 and verse 23. All right, Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 23. And it reads, Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. So the Lord explicitly states, right, that he loves to exercise loving kindness in the earth, right, and forgiveness, you know. The Lord, hey, he's slow to wrath, you know. It takes a lot for you to provoke the Lord to anger, you know. And that's what the Lord said. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 103, right? Now, our God, he's a merciful God. You know what I'm saying? We have to always keep that in mind. You know, the Lord, he is a merciful God. But that doesn't give us the excuse to use that as a way or avenue to sin, though. You know, because Christians, they'll use that. They'll abuse the Most High's grace. Just because the Lord is a merciful God doesn't give us the license, right, or excuse to keep on sinning, though. You know what I'm saying? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 103 and verse 8. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. You see that? So he's plenteous in mercy. He's ready to forgive, right? And he's slow to anger. So we have to beg for these mercy, right? We have to beg for his mercy because he doesn't have to give it to us. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the book of like we read in the book of Romans chapter 9. The Lord, he will have mercy on whom he will have mercy on. So he could, hey, it doesn't matter. Just because the Lord is merciful, right? We have to understand this too. Just because the Lord is merciful, it doesn't mean that he has to give that mercy onto you, right? Because guess what? At the end of the day, let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 20, verse 9. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 9. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from all sin? Who can say that? Who can say that they're just utterly perfect, right? Nobody can say that, right? So we have to beg for that mercy every day. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, right? It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse number 31. I protest by your rejoicing, which I have in Mahashiach Yahushua our Lord, I die daily. So, hey, so Paul said, look, I die daily. You know what I'm saying? So we need that mercy. We need that grace from the Most High. Or else we're not going to get out of here. Right? Let's go to the book of, all right. Let's go to the book of Zephaniah. right? Chapter 1. All right, let's go to the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1. And I'm going to close out. I didn't want to make this too long. All right. This book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, and verse number 14. It says, "The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness." You see that? I'm going to skip down to verse 17. "And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung." You see that? So some men, they're going to be really, really terrorized and have all these infirmities in them because they have sinned against the Lord. You know, a lot of people, they have demons on them, right? Infested with demons. They got legions on them because they're sinning against the Most High, right? So we should ask for that grace. We should beg for that grace, that mercy, right? In order for us to be saved in these last days, right? So with that, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.